Hey everybody, what is going on? This is John again. I'm back with my character introduction for Super Smash Bros. Today we are going through Luigi, the awkward younger brother of Mario. A couple things I want to start out with. Luigi's actually quite a bit lighter than Mario. He's ranked 31st, so he's the 31st heaviest character. He's in the lighter half of the group. As for his walking, he is tied at 27 with Rosalina and Mega Man. Otherwise, with his dash, he's ranked 29th, or he's ranked 30th, tied with Wario, Kirby, and Ike. One thing with his dash that I want to point out that's a little bit different from some other characters is his traction. His traction rating is actually one of the lowest in the game. So when you're dashing, he gets kind of stuck in this little laggy part here, where he has to slow himself down. One tip that I try and tell people about all the time for slowing him down, when you're dashing, is to use reverse dashes. He does have a little bit of slide left, but one way you can get rid of that is if you turn around and shield very quickly. So another way is while he's dashing, you can shield and dash and flip backwards. That's another way to cancel out any of that traction issues. So if we run past and jump back, it gives you a little bit of distance from the enemy, or you can run past the enemy and then roll back behind him for a shield grab, something like that. So that's one weakness of Luigi that you got to try and take care of. Otherwise, as for his moves, he does this little butt slam here. In general, his knockback moves will knock him further back than Mario. He might do a little bit more damage, but where he gets more knockback and damage, he lacks in traction, and he has a lot of recovery time between moves. So we have the regular A combo. Otherwise, his smash attacks, this one, which is, I think, one of his absolute best moves, is his side smash. His up smash is a headbutt, same as Mario. A leg sweep, same as Mario. And then with his specials, he has a fireball. Now this fireball is a little bit different than Mario's. This will fly in a straight line no matter where you're at, whether you're in the ground, falling, doesn't matter. Mario's will sink to the ground, Luigi's does not. But you'll notice Luigi's range on his fireball is much shorter than Mario's. It's just how the characters differ, I guess. His sideways special attack is this charge attack here. It's pretty good. It can launch you off the edge of stages, but it's not one that will stop your recovery. So if you fly off a stage, you can still jump out of it or use his up B. His up B does not recover very well compared to Mario, so you have to usually rely on his sideways one for recovery. If you get below the stage, there's not a whole lot you can do with Luigi, because this up one goes straight up, not angled to the side to grab ledges. So unless you're immediately under the ledge, his up B move is not very good for recovery. Speaking of the recovery time on moves, this charge one here, if you charge up too long, he goes into a pant, and that pant is, in Super Smash Bros., I mean, that is a ton of time. First off, to get stuck in the charge, and then to keel over and pant like he does. That's a lot of time for someone to build up a smash attack around you or a charge of their own, which does not time out like Luigi's does. Also, if you run into a wall at some point on the stage, his head will get stuck in that wall, forcing you to recover out of that. Otherwise, his up B, he also flips over like so and gets stuck on his head. That's a ton of time as well for recovery. So a lot of these moves are kind of risk reward. At least with his up B, I'll show you why it's a risk reward. That's a home run bat sound. That's called the sweet spot. If you can hit the sweet spot, they'll be sent flying. That's kind of a callback to the other games. It did get nerfed a little bit in this game. In the other games, they could be at 30 to 50%, and that would one hit KO them if you could hit it. Otherwise, much like in other games, if you the move can't be used while they're recovering, so while they're getting up, stuff like that, it can't be used. It'll just bounce right off of them, nothing will happen. If you use it in the air and you don't hit that sweet spot, which I can usually only find on the ground, it'll just do a small amount of damage. It will not have any knockback whatsoever. Otherwise, moving on from that, his down B is the tornado, just like Mario's was in the previous games. His downwards attack is not the tornado. His is actually, it's kind of spin kick, whatever. As for his aerials, he has the kick like Mario. His down is the tornado. His over is a karate chop, which is faster than Mario's punch. It does have a little bit more knockback. Otherwise, his back one is a drop kick, like Mario's is. A lot of people like to use Luigi in the air. I also like to use Luigi in the air. You can use his grabs, which are pretty similar to Mario's. The backwards and forwards one especially. But his downward one does have a little bit more launch attached to it, which I'll show you here. So when you grab them and throw them, they get launched into the air a little bit higher than they would with Mario's, and those can be used for some really, really good juggling combos. Just because I think Luigi's really good in the air. Otherwise, that was his like cat dash attack thing. Otherwise, finally with Luigi, the last thing I really want to go over, his sideways smash, which I told you earlier was very, very good, and that is completely true. This is one where they can be between 60 and 70%, and if you upwards angle it, like I went through in the Mario video on how to do that, it can really, really send them flying. Not to mention it does 21% damage every time you can land it, which is just, it's a pretty immense amount of damage for a regular attack. So that, for example, that right there was 60%, and that shot him off the top of the stage. So what I personally do with Luigi, I try and stay away from the special moves that cause him to recover. Usually you don't want to play him on the edges or off the side of the stage. He's best in the middle, trying to juggle characters. It can be tough because his grab range is actually one of the shortest in the game. It's shorter than Mario, shorter than Dr. Mario's, and other similar characters to him. So one thing you can employ is the shield grab. What you got your shield up. When you dash past an opponent, you can click the shield while you're rolling, and it will grab right away. Otherwise, that was a roll grab, I'm sorry. The shield grab, so you're shielding. When you shield, if you hold the grab button, which I am now, you can do it when you first shield too. As you hold that button, once you get close to an enemy, you'll immediately grab them. So, as you can see, his grab just went right through him. So his grab range is not great, so you have to try and use the roll grabs or the shield grabs, something to get him close to you. And then once you do that, you can juggle him all over the place. He has great aerial moves and juggling moves. And then once you get the opportunity to finish him with a sideways smash, take the advantage. Again, like I said with Mario, a lot of people are looking for his sideways smash because it's so good. A lot of people are also looking for this uppercut, so they'll try not to get close to him to let him do that, which makes it tough for his grabs. Luigi, in my opinion, is not a top-ranked character. I don't think he's very good. Just from his traction and all the recovery times that he has, it leaves him very, very open. Otherwise, good in the air. Good for finishing with his side smash, which is a very good one when angled upwards. Otherwise, that's about it for the beginner's guide. Please like and subscribe. Check out my other videos I'll be going through today. If there's other characters you want to see done earlier, I'm going to try and go in order, but leave them in the comment section and I'll try and upload the high demand ones first. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Please feel free to share on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you run through social media, and please keep watching. Thank you.